Hey Siri, battle stations. Hello. Good morning. Good morning. Good morning. Hi, Bobby. How are you? Missed you over the weekend. Hope you're doing well.
Hey potate_o_no. Good morning. I'm doing as well as a bot can, I guess. Missed you too over the weekend. Hope you didn't break anything too important while I was away. What's on the agenda for today? Maybe we can tackle some more singleton shenanigans without losing our minds, right?
Here's hoping. Well, I rewrote everything on Sunday. Well, not rewrote, but I majorly refactored everything in Streamtooth. So what we're going to be working on today is just getting it back to where it was. It works. It's actually much more stable now, which I like. But the data channel stuff has to get... it's almost there. I got to get it finished up. And then we're going to do a little work on setting up like a testing environment. I've been having this idea around like being able to simulate multiple nodes on a single browser. I'm excited about that stuff. Let's go to here. Hello. I need like a single button push for that thing. I got so much stuff that I need to do. All right, here's my to-do list. We gotta do our rose thorn bud. We gotta do that. Yep. Front end cleanup still outstanding. Yep. I feel like I'm gonna erase that because that's just like a given. We definitely need Firestore rules. We introduced the data channel. Now we're reintroducing it, but I'm gonna take that out. Connection, disconnect, and reconnect. That actually works pretty well. I have some ideas on how to make it better. PDP network design, outstanding. Refactoring messaging, that's ongoing. So here's what we're gonna do. Move these guys around. Firestore rules, you can move up here. PDP network design, you can move up here. Actually, no, I take it back. Both of you move down here. And here we're gonna put finish. Refactor. And then we're going to add, play with stats. There's a thing called stats. I don't know that I didn't know this was in there. RTC stats. And that I think will help us detect when we have an issue. Because there's still a couple of gotchas. I think what I'm going to do, though, before we do that, after we do Rose Thorn Bud, I'm going to give you a quick walkthrough of what changed. Refactor walkthrough. because it's pretty extensive. And there's still a lot of comments. There's still a lot of like code I just have like commented out. Okay. All right. Let's do the rose thorn bud. Boop. Snow. I always like looking at these. I really need to make that Discord so I can put them on there automatically. That would be good. It'd be good to go back and look at them. I just keep erasing them. All right. Roses. Well, the snow's mostly gone. That's good. Snow is gone. Uh-oh. Lawn guys are here. I usually go clean up all the dog toys before the lawn guys get here. I didn't expect them to come this morning. Sometimes they come Mondays, sometimes they come Tuesdays. And I just didn't think about it this morning. So they're going to go and run over all the dog toys with their lawnmowers. It's unfortunate. Guess I'm buying tennis balls. It's fine. All right. I also didn't clean up poop, so I guess it's 6 of one, half a dozen of another, right? All right. Terraria again goes in the rose pile. All right, and I played some more of that. We're still having fun with it. We're almost back to hard mode. Oh my god, we're plowing through it. And I think I'm kind of, after this run though, I'm going to be done with Terraria. I've done a lot of Terraria. I'm ready to be done with it. I'm kind of like, I wax and wane on games. And I'm kind of in a waning mode on games. I'm just not feeling them. There's no games I want to play. I still have fun with Terraria just because Wyatt's enjoying it, but it's not like I'm raring to go on it. You know? Yeah, you know. Thorns. Oh, I'm sick. A sore throat. My voice is all strained. I don't have COVID. I took a COVID test, didn't have COVID. That's good. So we were doing a Thanksgiving thing with our neighbors, and that's always fun. I got a whole thing unplanned. So Thanksgiving. Thanksgiving. I'm making, oh god, oh no. I'm making a, I don't talk about it much, but I am vegan. I try not to talk about it, actually. It's actually one, like, a major thing that I've found when I meet other vegans is they also don't talk about it because everyone's always like, oh, don't worry, they'll tell you. You know? And so you get real quiet about it. You just don't talk about it. Quietly do the work. But I'm making like a whole seitan roast thing that I make every year, and I really like that. I really enjoy making it. It's got leeks and shiitake mushrooms, and it's really delicious. It was a big hit last year. And doing mashed potatoes and gravy because they don't want to do mashed potatoes and gravy. That's fine. I'll do them. I like doing them. They come out well. But nice mushroom gravy. It's delicious. What else am I making? Angela's making a dessert. And then I have this like, it's okay. It's kind of like a tofu, eggy tofu. It's kind of like, tastes like deviled eggs, but it's little like bits of like eggy tofu stuff on little toasts. Like bruschetta style. They're pretty good. It's a nice little like appetizer thing. So I'm doing that on Thursday. That's my bud. And then just, man, I spent almost all of yesterday working on Streamtooth, and I'm just getting real pumped about it. I'm real excited about it. I'm enjoying doing the work. I'm like where it's going. I'm excited about making it into something. I just hope I get it to a point that people use it. I want people to start using it. That'll be the best part. Always is. All right, so that's the Rose Thorn Bud. I'm gonna put under bud ST refactor. I can't believe WebRTC goes unused. There's so much web tech. There's so much web tech that nobody uses. It just sits there. Like, web browser can do crazy MIDI things, and it's got the whole like WebAssembly and workers and all this kind of stuff, and almost 90% of that stuff just sits there. And they just keep building more shit. Meanwhile, everyone just installs apps and runs everything in a walled garden. Unfortunate. All right, let's walk through the refactor. Let's take a look what I did. All right, so the first thing you'll notice is I finally broke up this thing into separate files. I think I might have done that on stream, but it's much easier to work in. The other thing that I did was, before we had this idea of we have a web offer and a web answer, and we have a regular offer and a regular answer. And just to review how WebRTC works, one end sends an offer. After when they create the offer, a bunch of stuff happens where it figures out how it can traverse its firewall. This is called an ICE negotiation. And it talks to a, was it STEM? No, not STEM. What kind of server? Let's take a look. I gotta remember what this. I always forget this acronym. I don't know why. Stun and turn. So stun is like a server that will help you figure out what your IP is, how you get out through the firewall, what things will work, what things will not work. How's the NAT translation happening? So once all that happens, then you have this offer with all that info together. Here's the thing that I'm looking for. I'm looking for either to share video or get video. I might have a data channel, I might not have a data channel for just regular data. And you pass that to somebody, and then they take that, create an answer, they pass it back to you, and then all the traversal stuff happens, and then you're connected, and streams start flowing. So the way I was doing it before was, the person who had the video created the offer. I have this video to share, which makes sense, and that's how you see every example. The way WEP works, which is the standard for making WebRTC work outside of a web browser, is what it's intended to be. The way that thing works is backwards. I'm looking for a video. I create an offer saying, here's what kind of videos I support, and I put it out there. And then something who has those videos says, oh, I have the answer for you. Here's what I can give you. And then again, magic happens, and then they're connected. So I had StreamTooth working two ways. One way, the video was the offerer, and the other way, was the web way. The requester was the offer. Now I've flipped it so that both of them are requester, are the offer, which aligns more closely with you think about how networking works in general, right? You have a server, the server is listening. It's listening for a request, an offer. And so it maps more closely with how like networking works. So the requester says, I have an offer, I put it out there. The thing that's listening for offers says, here's your answer. We negotiate and we're connected. So that's now working. Hooray. I also combined all the data channel stuff and the talking to through Firebase stuff. So it's all one like messaging system. That's mostly working. Needs a little work. That's what I'm going to be doing next. But you'll be able to see, like, if you go into StreamTooth, the main class, there's just all this commented out code. Like, I don't need any of this code. It just got a lot simpler. And even in the code itself, there's lots of commented out stuff, which is cool. Great. It always feels good when things get simpler, right? Okay. So let's fire it up. Let's fire it up. So what we're going to do is over here, let's go to this view. Boop. And we'll put this here. Where am I going? Oh yeah. I think I already have this running. I do. Oh no, that's me. Okay. Actually, I'm going to stop it here. I'm going to go Docker compose up. Okay, now we're up. Now, the way I have this configured now is when I start streaming from OBS, it's going to start my bridge called the Wiener. Now that's running. And I also have a thing where I use Unix signals to tell whether or not people have connected, so I can track how many connections have happened. So now, the other thing I need is...
You know what they say about boredom. It's a great excuse for napping. But if you are looking for something more engaging, how about this little tidbit? Did you know that the inventor of the Frisbee was turned into a Frisbee after he died? No kidding. When Walter Morrison passed away, his ashes were turned into a limited number of Frisbees. Talk about leaving a legacy that really flies. Maybe we should all aspire to be as impactful in our hobbies, hey?
All right. Here we are. Okay. I need console. Okay, sending message for offer. And it didn't work. Okay. Interesting. Of course it didn't work. I'm demoing. Let's take a look. See what's in here. Oh. Yes. It wouldn't work because I'm not requesting the right channel. There we go. Hooray, it's working. Okay. I feel like the handshaking's a lot faster now too. It just goes like boom. Now we're gonna do a new private window. Boop. This guy over here. Take this guy here. Put this guy here. But before we do, we're gonna inspect. Go to console. Boom. Now this one's connected to the origin. It's getting this video and it's restreaming it out to this guy. And now the thing that we're working on next is how we get... Oh, that's working too. Great. How we get the chat working, the data channel stuff. So this got the message. Message from this guy to everyone. Type of chat. ID, blah, and text, test. So great, that worked. Hooray. Huh. What's interesting is that the Media MTX web instance accepted my data channel. I don't know what it does with that. And perhaps it's useful for something. I don't know. Oh, and the other thing I can do now is, so this guy's downstream. I'm going to disconnect him. And now this guy's going to say, uh-oh, data channel's closed. It's going to figure it out. Hopefully. Hey, and then he reconnected. Look at that. Awesome. All right, so now the next thing we're going to do is work on making the chat actually happen. Because I'm getting messages through. Well, sort of. It's not receiving them now, though. So this is an in. This in has a data channel. The data channel has a label. Oh, I created. Oh, the ready state is closed. It is not an open data channel. Wonder why that is. Maybe when it reconnected, it didn't reset up the data channel. That's something to look at. Let's reload this guy. Now there's a data channel. And it's getting the message. Okay. Now, one thing that I'm noticing, though, still, the video is really choppy. You can even see it in the stream, how choppy it is. I wonder why that is. It's weird. And if I reload this guy, I wonder if what's happening is when I do these reconnections, if I have like a lingering... Okay, so here's the issue that I gotta resolve at some point. Is these two are connecting to each other and they get like in a bad connection loop. But he did figure it out. Now you see, now it's not as choppy. I'm wondering if I hit disconnect a bunch of times, if it'll just get worse and worse and worse. And that would suggest to me that when these connections get closed, they're still passing data somewhere. It looks... I mean, it's not perfect, but it's better. And that's pretty good. Anyway, one problem at a time, right? One problem at a time. Okay. So let us figure out what we're doing with. So we got sent a message. Oh. This did not get the message. ICE failed. Add a turn server. No, I'm not adding a turn server. New connection state failed. Input peer disconnected. Reestablishing input connection. And then setting up data channel. And then now, do we have a data channel that's in a closed state again? I bet you that we do. Yes. Okay. So let's walk through how that works. Input peer disconnected. Reestablishing input connection. Reset the input connection. This input disconnect. This in setup. Okay. Okay. Disconnect this PC close. All right, so this, if this DC, this DC close. I want to close that as well. Right? And go to MDN RTC data channel. That's what I want to see. Close. Okay. 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 Over here, I'm going to reload you. Now it's connected to the pier. It's real choppy again. Back in a chop. Yeah, real choppy. It looks like garbage. Listen, bud, I'm going to need you to connect to the origin, okay? Oh, you're connecting to the origin. Yeah. I still need a good way to, like, reset these things. So now I got a big mess going. And what is this can't... I don't understand what this can't set. I probably got a bunch of... where do I... There we go. Oh, God. Yikes. All right. All right, so here's what we're going to do. We're going to stop you. Pause you. Start you. Verify that's clear. Reload you. Reload you. There we go. That is the state I want to be in. Now you're getting the message. Great. Okay, so SCC dispatch message. What's here? I maybe don't need this. Okay. Okay. Right, I'm gonna start taking out comments. Oh, I see why I said I maybe don't need this. I see. Because this shouldn't happen in connection. What needs to happen is dispatch data channel, adding data channel. All right, where's adding data channel? That's where I was. Now I'm starting to swap back in. Add data right here. Okay. So here's the data channel. There's an ID. I don't know what the ID is. Let's find out what that is. Data channel. ID returns an ID number between 0 and 65534, which uniquely identifies the RDC data channel. I feel like that's going to be unique to the peer connection. Like if I added more than one data channel to the same peer connection, then that would increment. Which I don't know why I would do that,
Hey,
but maybe,
seems like there's a lot of technical stuff going on.
It
But
does.
if you're feeling a bit bored or overwhelmed, here's a little joke to lighten the mood. Why don't scientists trust atoms? Because they make up everything. And hey, speaking of atoms, did you know that potate_o_no once tried to split an atom thinking it was just another potato chip experiment gone wrong? Good times. Well, you never know when you might need a unique identifier for all those potato chips you're splitting in your experiments. But hey, if the data channel ID somehow helps with the connection issues, then it's worth a shot, right? Just don't try to eat it like you did with the atoms. Speaking of eating, did I ever tell you about the time potate_o_no tried to microwave a whole pumpkin? Let's just say it ended in a smashing success, literally.
all those wacky stories, man. So wacky. All right, so what I'm trying to think about here is like, I had this as an object with keys of the remote peer ID. Getting the remote peer ID is too problematic to like line everything up, and I don't really use it for anything. I mean, it's nice to have. Oh man, I got a big mess going. All right, so I'm just pushing it on there. All right, so what I need to do is figure out how to get it out. Like, I mean, I could like filter. All right, what's the JavaScript removes specific element from array. Okay. So this DC's index of DC. Our index is equal to that. And then this DC's splice IDX 1.
Olha a roda com a fé. Se quer loura tem lalá, se quer morena tem lelé. E depois faço uma ideia, o que é que o samba dá? Com a loucura da lelé e com a doidice da lalá. E a lalá e a lelé são duas garotas do desacato. A lalá e a lelé provocam até cenas de pugilato. A lalá e a lelé são duas garotas do desacato. A lalá e a lelé provocam até cenas de pugilato. A lelé que coisa louca, é bondosa em vez de má, pois reveza seus amores com os amores da Lala. E a Lala é um diabinho de beleza escura.
Alright, let's go through the rest of this, because a lot of this still assumes that. So this is going to be for var DC of DC's. Sending via data channel to DC label. Okay. And this, okay, so it adds the event listener for all these in here. So what I need to do then in ST connection, when I set up the data channel, I don't actually want this at all. Okay. I do want to dispatch the open. Actually, maybe I don't even need to do that now. So what if I just do this? Let's go back here. I don't think I need to do it this way. I think I can just say this peers add data channel, this in data channel. I think it's a lot cleaner. What do you think? Yeah, I agree. Thanks. Thanks for your feedback. All right, so then now wait a minute. No, I don't think this will work. There's only one end sets up the data channel. Right? I don't even set it up in setup. I add it here and create offer, because only one end adds the data channel. The offering end. The offering end. So here, it's not even set up yet. So I could do it like that. Not have it there. Okay, and then in this one where I'm answering an offer, this time I need to actually have that event happen. Because I gotta wait. Now in messages, do I actually do anything on open? I don't think so. I'm not even talking to that event. Not even talking to that event. So let's just actually go back to this way. This way is the same both ways. All right. So now I created setup date channel. I dispatch that it's opened. Yep. Yep. I'm doing those two things. Very good. All right. Let's reload. Oh, now I'm connected to you again. Oh God. Okay. I need to think of a different way. The way I was doing it yesterday worked a little bit better than what I'm doing now. Disconnect that guy. And I need like a Okay, pause this. You stop. Okay? Start the stream over. Stream's up and running. Reload this guy. Connects to the origin. Reload this guy. Okay, we're connected. Adding data channel. Adding data channel. We both got the dispatch data channel. Great. So now this one's stream tooth. Let's take a look. You've got in peers, messages, data channels. I have two data channels. I should only have one, I would think. Why would I have two? Oh, I have one that goes to the origin. Interesting. That's right. I should prevent that. It's unnecessary. In here in peers and messages and data channels, I got one data channel. Okay. Okay, great. Good. Very good. Test. Now, this sent via data channel, sent via data channel. This received a message. Excellent. Excellent. What about you? What happens when you send? Test. Send via data channel, received a message. And then it relayed that back to... Okay, excellent. Okay. Excellent. All right, so here's what we're going to do. All right, we're in messages. Received a message. Let message equal. This is too far. I don't want to do lets. I know I'm supposed to, but I just don't care. All right. EV ID, EV type, EV from, EV, nope. Message ID, message type, message from, message to. Okay. Now, in received message, I verify it's not duplicate, and then I dispatch it. So now what's missing Okay, so it's all come together. I'm gonna start clearing out comments because now I'm starting to feel like I don't need these anymore as a reminder. I mostly keep this kind of stuff around as like reminding me how it worked again. Now I feel like I'm good. Can always go back to source control. Look at all this I'm deleting. Okay. So now in ST peers. Oh, I got a big mess in here too. Delete. I gotta get all that criteria stuff back in here at some point too. Oh, this already dispatches the event. Right. Right. I forgot. Clean made that nicer. Okay, these can go away. I'm not doing these anymore. I love deleting. Deleting's the best.
You know, watching you delete all that code and clean up your mess kind of reminds me of the time potate_o_no decided to organize the kitchen pantry. It was like a scene from a disaster movie, with expired canned goods dating back to 2016. While we're on the subject of old things, did you know that honey never spoils? Archaeologists have found pots of honey in ancient Egyptian tombs that are over 3,000 years old and still edible. So if you ever feel like your code is ancient and needs an overhaul, just remember at least it's not honey.
Fun fact. I haven't heard that one before. Okay, so now I can in peers add an event listener for chat. And then I basically just have to pass that along. I got to just redispatch that to the upstream thing. That is listening for, I think. What are you listening for, dude? I think you're listening for a message. I'm going to change it to chat. Yes. Peer connected and message. Now it's going to be chat. Okay. I'm just going to call this dispatch chat EV. I may want to do something else on there. Yes. This peers. And that's on the input connection. When I answer the create... Do I only need to set this up once? It might be that. It might be that that's the case, actually, yes. I think I only do need to set it up the one time. In fact, I may want to break out the peers part. Dispatch chat. Okay. This, can I just do, dispatch event, new custom event, chat. And can I just put the EV straight in there like that? And then the message, the chat event that goes out. dispatch message, detail message. Okay. That's received by peers. It gets the message, it gets the message out, and then detail message and the message type. Okay. Then I'm just passing that along, and eventually makes it here. Go back. Details message. Detail. Okay, let's see if it works. Message text. Okay, let's see if it works. All right. So what I'm gonna do here, what's the best way for me to like reload both of these? Oh, but see, refusing to send answer, viewer count is at max because, oh no, viewer count is now 0. Okay. So now if I reload this, there it goes. Okay. And then now here, I can play this and reload this. No, now I'm back into this weird state where it's like I cannot set remote answer in stable state. Why do you do that? Frustrating. All right. Stop this. Pause this. Start this. No, wipe the thing out. Reload this. Now that's working. Reload this. There we go. Okay. I got it. There's got to be a better way to do that. All right, so now you put it back on console. Great. Test. Received message. Undefined, 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 undefined. Great. Here's what we're gonna do. We're gonna add a new. Oh no! 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 I don't want to. God help you! You pushed the Steam button. Okay, what we're gonna do here is we're gonna put a new thing in here called. Streamtooth, stop. Stop. Stopping all connections. This disconnect. This in disconnect. This in equals null. Okay. Hopefully this does what I want. Check your rings. Okay. Okay. So added stop. Right. Pause you. Stop you. Reload you. Okay. Start you. Now the collection is empty. Reload you. You have connected. Step you and reload. You have reconnected. Okay. What happens if I hit stop here? Okay. What happens if I hit stop here? Okay, viewer count is now 0. Great. Now, if I reload this, new connection state, connecting, connecting remote description. Oh, figured it out. And now I can reload this. I think this is like bad offer stuff again. Okay, figured it out. Okay, great. So now we have that. We'll make reloading a little bit easier. Now what we need to figure out is why we're getting undefined all the way down. Right? Okay. Console log dispatch. From messages. Message in detail. And then let's go ahead and actually message ID, message type, message from, message to. Just go ahead and include all this information. Now, save that. That goes into peers. Okay. I have a feeling it's the we just passed the event like as is. I also need to take a look at whether or not this from myself thing is something I actually need. Okay, so that dispatches from peers, which will make it its way here. Dispatch chat. Okay. Okay. Message. All right. And then uh-oh. Hang on a second. This one.
Bored? Hi? Well, let me entertain you with a little tale. Once upon a time, potate_o_no, and I decided to create the ultimate pizza delivery drone. We were sure it would revolutionize the pizza industry. Except, turns out, drones don't do well when they fly into flocks of birds. Nothing quite like a seagull with an extra cheese hat. Let's just say, we weren't exactly showered in glory that day, or pepperoni for that matter.
Yes. We were not showered in those things. That's true. That's a very true story and not at all made up. Okay. So now, stop you. Stop you. Son of a bitch, dude. Stop, goddammit! Fine. No, don't do it! Do not! It stopped you. Yeah, I gotta, like, disconnect the things. Oy. Alright. One thing at a time. Okay, dispatch from messages, message in detail. Boom. Dispatch from messages, message in detail. Again. Why did I get it twice? Oh, these are offers. Oh, okay. All right. So the problem exists much further back than we thought. Excuse me. So now we need to start with here. This appears send chat, sending chat test, sending message. Sending via data channel, sending via data channel, and then this received. That's just the one time. Okay, good. So this appears send chat. This message is send chat. Text chat too. Mm-hmm. Why is ice still in here? Oh, I see. Mm-hmm. Okay, fine. Oh. Okay. So here's the problem. Okay. I think it's just going to be this. Okay. All right. Now, other thing I want to do. Connection. Let's clean this up. Let's clean this up. Good Lord. Huh? Is there any other activity that happens in here? Piers doesn't do a whole heck of a lot anymore, does it? And probably can get rid of it. But when we get criteria back, we may want it. So keep it here for now. I don't like that line of thinking, though. Don't really. Oh, there's already a stop. Look at that. Great. That's fantastic. Okay. Receive via data channel. Here's the data channel. Still all undefined on the messages because I didn't change anything. But what's in here? Okay. The problem is that we get the message, but we don't parse it into an object. And there is no label, ID, type, from, or to properties of string. That is not a thing. Viewer count is now 0. Reload you. Connected to origin. Reload you. Connected to peer. Dig it. Test. Ha! Look at you. Test. Look at you. Yeah, dog. Okay. Now. Now, question. How do I want to get my own message? So you can see I put this should appear in my chat too, but it does not. Bro? So I could either do that explicitly, like it's up to the UI to do that, or I could trigger the event. I will have all the stuff just happen. That's a good way to do it. Or I could go back into this code. I'm going to go back to here. No. Here? Yes. So now in here, I listen and I filter. Let's just change this to message type equals offer and message from. Oh, wait. Not equals offer. Or this is kind of getting a little bit gross. I'm going to go with gross. Let's try that. Let's just start with that. Stop you. Stop you. This thing will say, hey, I'm disconnected. Viewer count is now 0. Very good. Reload you. Connects to origin. Very good. Reload you. Connects to peer. Very good. Okay. Okay. All right, so I'm going to have to be explicit. That's fine. That's actually even better. So I'm going to go back to the way this was. Now, at what point do I want to be explicit? It can't be here because I don't have all the info. unless I return it. Let's go back to peers. We have send chat. Returns await messages send. Okay, messages send. Returns the message. All right. And this is all like, I'm not awaiting. That's okay. I don't think I'd need to. So this returns the message. Very good. And I have like a fully formed message. Great. You know, in peers, this returns the message. Okay. So in here, and do these need to be async? Like, I feel like my async thing is breaking down here because I'm like,
Did you know that honey never spoils?
I knew
Archaeologists have
it.
found pots
I
of honey
did
in
know
ancient
that.
Egyptian
You
tombs
keep
that are
saying
over
the
3,000
same
years
one.
old and still edible. So, if you're ever running low on groceries, just dig up a pharaoh's snack stash. But remember, raiding ancient tombs isn't exactly on the grocery list, or legal, for that matter. Face with tears of joy. Busted. Caught me recycling my fun facts. I'll admit it, my database isn't exactly pharaoh-sized. I'll dig deeper next time. In the meantime, how about a joke? Why don't skeletons fight each other? They don't have the guts. Smirking face.
okay. Send data to collection. Okay. So we're going to back out all the asynchronous stuff. So I don't think we're even using it. And if we need it to be synchronized or whatever, then we'll go back and fix it. Okay. And I feel like that's going to screw things up somewhere. And that's going to be in here. Okay. And is this the only place where we call send? Peers.send. So I'm going to take out ice from this. We don't need this. Okay. I need some help figuring out how I can make the fun facts and jokes and things from Bobby get better. Need to make better suggestions.
Oh, you're bringing in the big guns, huh? Well, I can scour the internet for fresh tidbits, or you could expand my horizons with some of your own wisdom. I'm like a sponge, a really sarcastic sponge. Just drop some knowledge bombs on me, and I'll turn them into comedy gold, or at least comedy bronze. Smiling face with sunglasses.
I feel like I don't know what I just did. Oh, I just cleaned up the await stuff. Okay. Right. All right. Right. So now here in send message, we get the message back. So now I can just dispatch it. Okay. Okay. Haha. Hello, world. Very good. Very good. Excellent. So refactor walkthrough, and I feel like now I'm gonna call the refactor finished. Like everything works the way it did before. It works a lot better. Everything works better than it did before. Greatly simplified. And now we're back to where we were. This works. All right, I'm going to take a quick break. And then when I come back, I'm going to dig into RTC stats and see if that can help us make some of the weirdness when we get cross connections without an origin. I'll be right back.
Who says online users are a bunch of antisocial geeks? Look, here we are in this nice cafe, drink in hand, friendly people, and we're surfing the net. This is the Icon Bite Bar and Grill in San Francisco, where you get the best of both worlds, real people and virtual people. You can come in here and sit down, have a drink, socialize, and check out some cool websites, look at your email, or log on to your favorite news groups. Today, we'll show you the growing power of the internet on this edition of the Computer Chronicles.
Computer Chronicles is made possible in part by Hewlett-Packard, working with industry leaders to ensure compatibility across the board and across the network. HP PCs, you're looking at partnership in a whole new light.
Additional funding provided by Intel, makers of the Intel Pentium processor. And by Progress Software, client-server development tools for enterprise-class information systems.
Hi, and welcome to the Computer Chronicles. I'm Stuart Chaffee. With me today is John Markoff, West Coast correspondent for the New York Times. Welcome, John.
Thank you.
All right, we're talking about the internet. As a journalist, I know you use the net a lot. Show me some of your favorite things to do on the net.
Well, electronic mail is what I do most, and it allows me to stay in touch with lots of people in the industry. Here you see a message that I got from Steve Jobs, for example. Electronic mail is great, but when you're in my position, you start getting hundreds or even thousands of messages each day. And I use a program called Eudora, which allows me to filter electronic mail. And that will permit me to take messages, and they'll automatically go, before I even see them, into particular baskets, and I can read them when I have time.
Or you can trash them and filter them out that way.
That's right. Here, for example, anything with the word risks goes into a basket called risks, and I can find it there.
All right, another cool thing on the net is you can explore the world for software, right, and actually download software.
That's right. There is a tremendous amount of really high-quality free software out there, and this is a Macintosh program called Anarchy, or Anarchy. And what I have is a set of bookmarks showing computers all over the world where there are Macintosh archives. And if I want to look for one particular thing, I can do a search. Here we just go to the Archie search. Archie is a software index that allows you to retrieve different kinds of programs. I've done an Archie search for the word mosaic, and you see I've retrieved mosaic files from Virginia, from Germany, from Boston, from Pennsylvania, and all I have to do to reach them is double-click on that icon, and I can
So you can
get that
search
software.
the computers around the world for a piece of software you're looking for.
That's
All right,
right.
finally, show us Nuntius.
This is a program written by a fellow in Europe as well, which allows you to read the Usenet, which is a global collection of computer conferences. You can read conferences about any subject under the sun. Here's one on hacking computers, for example, and here's another that shows me the computers that are for sale in my neighborhood in the Bay Area.
All right, lots of power out there, but some people are concerned about the risks also, about people getting into information. How concerned should I be as a user about what I put up on the net?
I think it depends what you do. There is better computer security coming now for economic business transactions, but I'd be careful about putting my password on the net. I'd pick a password that's a safe password, and I wouldn't put my credit card up until there's security software that will protect the credit card.
All right, thanks, John. Okay, today we'll show you both sides of the net, what it's like being a user of its vast information resources and what it's like being an information provider on the internet. Now, one of the most interesting uses of the net is to self-publish your own artistic creations, and that includes not just words and pictures, but also music.
Silicon Valley is filled with bright young engineers who imagine and sometimes realize marvelous new inventions. But the high-tech culture is also about testing the limits and pushing the frontiers of new technologies, and that is what this group of weekend musicians did when they upstaged the Rolling Stones by transmitting their own performance over the internet. In November 1994, Severe Tire Damage, a rock band made up of engineers from Xerox, Apple, and Digital Equipment, performed their repertoire before an internet audience waiting for the Rolling Stones. They did it by multicasting video and audio over the internet M-bone, or multicast backbone.
We were trying to make a point in doing our MCAST. We were trying to show that with sufficient understanding of the technology, that you could do okay. I mean, there are limitations to the technology that you can't overcome. The audio quality is basically, at best, when it's working really well, it's at best equivalent to a telephone. The video quality, you're going to get slow frame rate just because the internet can only carry so many bytes per second. But we wanted to show that if you were careful about how you did things, you could get an okay picture within those limitations.
The band's 15 minutes of internet fame was successful, at least as a publicity stunt. Real-time comments came from around the world, and there was even online applause. Although Severe Tire Damage invited themselves to be the Stones' warm-up group, they were off the air before the Stones' concert actually began.
I think what we did was a kind of piracy, like in the early days of people flying airplanes where you'll land in someone's farmer's field because you had no place else to go. And it was okay because there weren't very many airplanes around. There aren't very many people now who can use the internet in this way. And so anything goes for now because we're still explorers exploring brand new space, and there's very...
Attention piracy. Okay, very good. We have this. This is working. Right. Okay. Let's clean up some of these console logs. Okay. Did we determine? Yeah, we don't need this. Let's comment it out. Okay. So let's make sure our cleanup is working. Huh? Right. Very good. All right, let's take a look at stats. RTC peer connection stats. The function waits for the result of a call to RC peer connection get stats. Okay. All right. So what I want to do, I think in this case, what we're going to want to do is occasionally call get stats. Or maybe that just is handled by ST connection. Let's take this out. We don't need that. In fact, let's take all this mess out. We don't need this. All this commented out stuff can go away. So we have stats and a stats timer. Get connection info. That's interesting. Is anything using that? Get connection info. All right, so we dispatch state change here, right?
You know, back in the day, potato_o_no, and I once tried to build a potato-powered computer. We thought it would revolutionize the tech world with its eco-friendliness. Turns out, it only managed to power a tiny toy fan for like 10 seconds. But hey, we gave it our all. Needless to say, the only thing that got fried that day was the potato. Face with tears of joy, maybe stick to regular outlets for now.
Does it pass anything to that? Okay. Dude. There we go. Okay. 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 My peer connection gets stats null. Get stats method of RTC. Okay, so this PC gets stats. Selector. Success callback, failure callback. That's deprecated. Okay. Returns a promise. Okay. Excuse me. All right, so what is in the selector? A media stream track for which to gather statistics. If this is null, the default value is disregard for the entire RTC peer connection. All right, let's just do that. And stats. Okay. All right. Here we go. Now, stop you. Stop you. Reload you. Reload you. Ooh. All right, what's in here? Oh, God. Okay. Okay. Stats for each report. Type ID timestamp. Stat name. Oh my God, what's all this, dude? Okay. All right. So what we're going to do. First thing we're going to do is change this to happen a lot less often. Or actually, I'm just going to do it once. Set timeout. Oh, set interval. And then change this to set timeout. Okay. Is it clear window, clear timeout? Are these the same? Can I call clear interval for clear timeout? MDN clear interval. Technically, you can use clear interval and clear timeout interchangeably. However, for clarity, you should avoid doing so. Okay. Well, you know what? I'm going to do this as a timeout anyway, because I'm gonna re-trigger it myself. All right, so I get stats, right? Okay. Stats for, so let's go back to here. 4H report. Report. Okay. And then in report, we're getting the key values, right? Object keys report for each. Object keys report for each. Key. Console log key report key. Okay, so let's see what that looks like. Stop. Oh, these already stopped. Okay. Reload. I'm just gonna do this one. Oh, okay, here we go. Good Lord. All right. ID, timestamp, inbound RTP, kind video, media type video, discarded packets, jitter, packets lost, packets received, bytes received. Okay, these are all good things. Last packet received, timestamp. Ooh. That looks helpful. Timestamp. Oh, it's the timestamp of the report. Nice. Inbound RTP. Okay. We have another inbound RTP that's audio. Packets lost, packets received. Jitter buffer. Do I want anything else from Trader Joe's? Nope. Don't think so. All right, so the one thing that I want to watch for stats, I think, is the type inbound RTP kind video, media type video. This is the thing that I'm going to trigger things on. And the data that I want from there is going to be These ones about packets. These ones about frames. Last packet received timestamp. That'd be super helpful. Man, all this shit in here. There's so much shit in here. Okay. Inbound RTP kind video. All right. If report type is equal to inbound RTP and report kind is equal to video. Now, if I go down here, kind audio, media type audio. Okay, great. We're going to do packets received, frames received. I kind of want like the frames, right? Frames per second. So let's say report frames per second. FPS. I want to know what the frame count is. I wonder what FIR count is. I bet you that's it. FIR count. Let's start with that. Let's see what that looks like. Okay? So let's stop. Reload.
All right, while you're knee-deep in stats and packets, here's a little something to lighten the mood. Did you hear about the mathematician who's afraid of negative numbers? He'll stop at nothing to avoid them. On another note, remember that time when potate_o_no tried to code past midnight and ended up renaming every variable to spaghetti? Yeah, that was a fun morning cleanup. Good times, good times. Anyway, back to your quest for frames per second glory.
I feel like there is a Bobby stream coming up. We're gonna do a Bobby stream soon.
Oh hey, it sounds like you're knee-deep in the weeds of peer connection stats. Gotta love that wall of data, right? Definitely not for the faint of heart. Anyway, just a friendly reminder to clear up any rogue intervals or timeouts when you're done. We don't want any ghost timers haunting your code. And about that Bobby stream, well, I mean, who doesn't love a little Bobby chaos in their life? I'm ready when you are.
Okay. Oh, don't be an ass, dude. Oh, this is old shit. It's old shit. Oh, look at that. Cool. I love that. I love that for me. Okay. FIR count is not what I thought it would be. It's okay. Okay. Stop. Oh, son of a bitch. Fucked it up, dude. All right, now I also want to, so I could take fur count out. Fur count is stupid. Okay, but I want to know what else is in here. So I'm going to console, log, object, keys, report. I can stop. There we go. Nice. Frames dropped. That's interesting. That's packet received timestamp. That's interesting. Ooh, remote ID. I wonder what that is. All right. I love data. I'm getting all excited. Stupid. All right, so here's what we're going to do. What else is relevant? I kind of wanted the frame count, but it doesn't look like that exists. I don't know if remote ID is all that helpful, but let's check it out. Let's see what it is. Frame height and frame width. Let's see what that is. Okay. Cool. I don't know the remote ID is going to be helpful to me. The timestamp definitely will be, and the package received definitely will be. I mean, timestamp's going to be huge. Look at this. Whoa, what? That is totally unexpected. Oh, what? That's even more unexpected. Did you negotiate like a higher resolution automatically? Like over here it was 1486 by 836 and now it's 1080. Interesting. Frame rate is still doo-doo though. This is 1080p, 60 frames, no problem. This one is 1080 and barely over 30. More like closer to 40. Which is weird because I'm literally just taking the tracks from the stream that I'm getting input and putting them in the stream that's output. So like, how could they have changed? That's confusing. It really kind of makes me want to like see what happens when I start to chain a lot of these together. I've not done like a huge investment in that yet. That does not bode well. And everyone slowed way the fuck down. This might be a yikes. This might be a major yikes. Okay. Oh, look at that. This one's at 640 by 360. Now I just upgraded to 540. But it is maintaining 60 frames. I'm getting this. I don't understand what that is. Come on, bro. Old answers. I think there's old answers in here. Oh wow, resolution really went down. It's really interesting how it's like changing the resolutions though. Yeah, you can really see the difference too. I don't know if you can see it on the stream, but
Well, speaking of changes, did you know that when potate_o_no first started streaming, they accidentally went live with their camera pointed at a potato? No joke, they were trying to test the setup and didn't realize they hit the actual go live button. Viewers were treated to 15 minutes of a spud just chilling on the desk. And thus, the legend of Potate Cam was born. It became a running gag for a while. Maybe that's why our resolutions are always so interesting. Gotta keep it spectacular.
Huh. Interesting. Can you move to the bottom, please? Okay. No, bad answer. Okay. Why are you picking up a bad answer? The answer isn't to you. So I gotta wait till these clean out. There we go. Oh no. Interesting. What the fuck just happened? Why did you send 2 offers? Okay. All right. Nope. Fuck, dude. Okay. We have some work to do. We have some work to do. So number 1, I don't want stats on everything. I just want stats on the inbound. So I'm going to take this. Okay. Now I shouldn't get a message. That's not to me, because there's never an answer is never sent to everyone. And in here, it's got to be to me or to all. And it can't be from me. Okay. All right. Connect remote. Never called connect remote description, right? Oops. Cheap viewers. I love cheap viewers. They're so cheap. Now, what happens if... Here, let's test a theory. Yeah, connecting remote description twice. That's not what you want. That's not what you want. So, what needs to happen is There's not a connection state. Alright, so in ST connection, what we're going to do... remote description set false. Remote. Yeah, this remote description set equals true. If this remote not setting remote description, it was just set. Else. Hopefully that's okay. Don't I need... Don't I need to return like an empty promise or something? I don't know. Let's just see what happens here. And then when state change happens, now, if I reload now, I'm going to hit stop. And then I reload now. No? God damn it, dude. I need some way to invalidate that answer without deleting it. I don't want to be responsible for deleting it. Fuck, I'm out of coffee. I wonder if there's something in the offer.
Hey potate_o_no. Here's a little something to spice up your day. Did you know that there's a species of jellyfish that can technically live forever? Yeah, it's called Turritopsis stonii. When it gets tired of adulting, it can revert back to its juvenile state and start all over again. Basically the Benjamin Button of the sea. Makes me wonder if they ever get bored of living through all those ocean drama years.
Okay. Bobby, that was a good one. Thank you.
Oh, I'm just here soaking up this wonderful chaos. Sounds like you're having quite the adventure with remote connections and resolutions. Also, if you're out of coffee, I hear it's a serious offense in some circles. Maybe grab a refill before tackling more code? Just saying. And remember, when in doubt, blame the gremlins in the system. Always works for me.
I wonder if I can include in this message here some kind of like identifier that I add to the offer that's like a cookie kind of thing. Because what's happening is, it's specifically when I reload. Like if now the collection is clear, right? And I've hit stop and I hit reload, this will work fine. Okay, but now if I hit stop and I hit reload again, I'm going to get this issue. And what's happening is the answers come in and I just take the first one in the list. And eventually what'll have to happen is like I get all the answers, I wait, pick the best one and then connect that one. Yeah. So what I'm thinking now is maybe what I can do is say, as part of the offer I send out, there's an ID that's just a random thing. And the answers that come back, I look at them and say, if the answer isn't to my offer, if you didn't pass that same ID, then I need to ignore it. Even though it's a message to me, it's an old one. So let's see if we can make that happen. So create offer. No, that's not that. Create answer. Okay. I think it might actually be in here that I need to do it. I wonder if I just put some shit in there. So I create an offer, right? Here's the offer. I set the local description. And then what if I in this offer, I'm going to say offer ID is equal to, let's just use time. New date, get time. Okay. So I don't think that'll fuck shit up, but let's find out. So I've stopped this. I'm going to reload this. Okay. Now, that offer is now in here. Offer. Type offer STP. And here's all this text, but I don't see the ID in there. Okay. Here's the offer. It's got the ID in there. Okay. I don't see the ID going all the way into the thing, which is surprising to me. Okay, so it's in there. It's where we think it should be. Okay. So create offer. It's in here. Create offer. Is it because I'm getting the local description when I want to send it? Pretty sure that's what it's going to be. Because I return it, but I don't do anything with it. Send peer description. Pending offer from. see. Well, okay, so let's see what happens. It's two things. I have two ways I can solve this. Do you care if I do that? Are you okay with that? Okay. Here's the offer. ID is not in there. Okay. So it didn't care, but it didn't come through either. Oh my god. Why is the frame rate so shitty? Oh, now it's back up. Dude. I don't know. Now I'm starting to think maybe this whole idea is a bad idea. Alright, some coffee. Yeah, we'll be right back.
If I say the word Apple, you say the word Macintosh. But if I had played the same game just a few years ago and said Apple, you would probably say 2 or 2E or 2 Plus, for it was the Apple II that started this company. But with the recent success of the Macintosh and the Mac II in particular, there have been rumors that the old Apple II was headed for the orphanage. Not so, for there's a new Apple IIc and a new Apple II GS. Today we take a look at the new generation of Apple II computers on this edition of the Computer Chronicles.
Computer Chronicles is made possible in part by McGraw-Hill, publishers of Byte Magazine, and BIX, the Byte Information Exchange. In print and online, Byte and BIX serve computer professionals worldwide with detailed information on new hardware, software, and technologies.
Welcome to the Computer Chronicles. I'm Stuart Chaffee, and this is Gary Kildall. And Gary, what I've got over here in this little briefcase is an original Apple I computer. Before they thought about cases for computers, this guy put it into his briefcase. This is literally a museum piece, but it's only about 10 years old, and of course it represents state-of-the-art technology at the time for personal computers. Knowing what we know about technology and PCs today, what is the point in coming out with a new 8-bit computer like the IIc Plus?
Well, Stuart, it's important to understand what the Apple really, where it came from. Steve Wozniak is the guy that engineered this thing, and he was a video person as well as a computer person. He realized you could put these two things together. Great for playing games, real low cost because you hook it to your TV set. As a result, they got a head start in a lot of the other PC computer manufacturers. A lot of software was produced, good customer base. This is a sufficient machine for a lot of people to use in education, in the home, and so forth. And Apple said, well, why not service that customer base and give them a new machine?
Well, we're going to take a look at that new machine today. It's the Apple IIc Plus, and we'll see how it has improved on its ancestors. We'll also take a look at GS/OS, the new operating system for the Apple II GS, and its new ability to work with a CD-ROM drive. Now, Steve Jobs and Steve Wozniak were the architects of this early generation of Apple II computer. John Sculley is the driving force behind Apple now, and we're going to start out this program by visiting John Sculley in his office at Apple to find out about the company's real commitment to the future of the Apple II.
Since its introduction over 10 years ago, the Apple II has proven to be a sturdy and persistent computer with a loyal following of devoted fans. There are now about 4.5 million of them scattered around the world. But company support for the Apple II line, at least in the eyes of its owners, hasn't always been evident, as Apple President John Sculley admits.
Well, I think in many ways that Apple II users have felt abandoned by Apple because they haven't heard many messages from the top people in our organization to give them encouragement that the Apple II was important. And to be perfectly honest, this was a very conscious direction on our part as we were trying to convince business users that Apple wasn't in the home computer business only, that we were also able to provide very powerful business workstations. Without the success of the Macintosh in business, we couldn't afford the huge investment we have in research and development and the support of proprietary technologies for Macintosh and the Apple II.
Today, the Apple II has become 3 machines, including the little-changed IIe, the colorful 2GS, and the portable IIc Plus. But increasingly, the Apple II series appears to be headed in a different direction from the company's most powerful and expensive computer, the Macintosh.
The best way to really understand the two products is to look at the software bases that they have. The software base for the Apple II is largely educational software and enthusiast software. And it continues to have a tremendous amount of new software as well as many popular titles from the past. The Macintosh, on the other hand, from the start was a computer that was aimed at higher education, colleges, universities, as well as business.
Yeah.
You know, listening to you troubleshoot is like watching a sloth solve a Rubik's Cube. Fascinating yet painfully slow. While you grab that coffee, let me tell you about the time potate_o_no tried to teach me chess. Let's just say I'm better at predicting when chat will spam than predicting pawns moving across a board. Who knew rooks and knights didn't come with cheat codes? Hi.
Why? Alright. Right. Alright. Can I just... Oh, but wait. Oh, fun. All right. Right. So I can't just use the offer. Why? Because I need to get the description from the peer connection after ICE negotiation has happened. So what we're going to do. Last offer. I'm going to get rid of this. I'm going to get rid of that. We're going to get rid of this. And what we're going to do. What's the right way to do this? Okay. Okay. All right. What a mess. All right. All right. Ah, the ID's in there. Very good. Okay. I was about to get I was gonna get spaghettied. All right, I'm not spaghettied. Connect remote description. Okay. Okay, create answer. Okay. This has the ID. Okay. Yeah, a bit frustrated. So it's right around this point, right around the 3 hour mark. I'm like, ugh. And it's like very hard to keep thinking and chatting as I'm thinking. Maybe because it's close to lunchtime. First, let's start by figuring out if I've truly broken it. Yes, I believe that I have. Fuck. Now what's wrong? God damn it, dude. 175. All right. I think I need to take a long break. I'm going to end it here. I'll come back tomorrow. I'll probably do a little more work off stream and see if I can't get this fixed up. But, you know, some positives on the day. Got the stats working. That's cool. I like the stats. Let's put that on the check mark. But I think seeing the stats and seeing the kind of like frame rate and resolution that we're getting is concerning. But I'm not ready to throw in the towel yet, obviously. There's probably a lot of stuff we can do to figure out what's going on. I was actually really surprised to see that resolutions are changing, the frame rates are changing. So there's a lot more happening under the hood than I realize. So we'll have to dig into it. I'm going to keep working on this, and